Hi, this is Garry Creath.
And I'm Jonathan Creath with the Creath Brothers of Kuper Sotheby's International Realty here in Austin, Texas.
And today we are here to answer the question, what the heck is going on in the marketplace in Austin, Texas right now, and more specifically for the first quarter of 2021. So Jonathan, let's dive into the numbers, and then what we're going to talk about is, if you're looking at buying, what does this mean to you? And if you're looking at selling, what does this mean to you as well? So stick around to the end of the video so you can see how you can reap the rewards from all of this knowledge that we're sharing with you. So first and foremost, Jonathan, what the heck is going on in the marketplace right now?
So I would say we're in a very robust marketplace. We are moving very quickly here in the Austin area. For the numbers of February, our median home price, so just the average sales price throughout the month, was $491,000. This is an astronomical number.
Right there, it's making Austin a little bit unaffordable at that median price.
It is, and that number is up 25% year over year. So every $100,000 that you're looking to spend, you're spending $25,000 more.
That's incredible. Now, so that's a huge number, but let's also talk about like number of closed transactions and then inventory, months of inventory. Right now, the number of closed sales in February of 2021 was only 834 sales. That's down 4% over February of 2020. But more importantly is months of inventory. And what this means is that if right now we stopped putting more homes on the marketplace, every single house that is for sale in the Austin area would sell how quickly?
In half a month.
In 15 days. We have 15 days of inventory. So unless inventory keeps coming out, we're going to completely run out of houses on the market. Now, that's just a quick synopsis of the statistics going on in the marketplace. But let's kind of shift gears and talk about, Jonathan, you're working with a lot of buyers right now. Knowing these statistics and knowing that it's really difficult to find a house to buy right now, what advice would you give? What does this mean to buyers?
I mean, first and foremost, buyers have to be educated and conditioned for what this market is. It has changed in 3 months. If people are looking back and saying, well, here's what I heard of what was happening 6 months ago, it's crazy to think that that's out the window. Purely considering we're up 20% or so from a value perspective in the last 3 to 4 months. So educating your clients, providing them this data so they understand once they get out into the marketplace, here's what we're looking at, is very important. What I like to do with my clients is, if they're a cash buyer, one key thing we've got to do is make sure we have some sort of proof of funds available in advance of writing an offer. That might be a letter from their financial institution, or it could be a recent statement. You block out all the personal information just to show that you have the cash on hand to be able to pull the trigger. Because what sellers are looking for is, who can make this transaction happen for me right now. Second thing is, if they're getting a loan, you got to make sure that they're not just conversing with a lender and starting to talk about programs and getting their financials in order. They are actually fully approved before you even start going to look at houses. And this is different than what it's been in the past. You have to have all this ready and ready to present in advance of even presenting an offer.
Let me ask you a question. So number one, it sounds like we've got to educate our clients. So if you're looking to buy a house, you've got to work with a realtor who knows what's going on and can educate you as to how to navigate this marketplace to make sure you get what you want.
Because it's moving so fast, you got to be with an agent who is in tune with the market. Otherwise, they're going to be behind half a step or a step of what's actually going on.
Number two, making sure you have your financials in order and ready to go. But we were also talking offline earlier about something that you've been noticing, and that is, there's a lot of homes that are selling before they even go to the market, and there's a lot of homes that are selling with some specific criteria in place around who the buyer's agent is. Can you speak to that a little bit?
So it's interesting, because I look at this and I've got to thank our parents for being in the business and having kind of a rich tradition and being reputable agents back in the 90s. We have the relationships with other agents who work this market, who are excited to work with us. It's one of those things that if they know that we're going to get the job done and get from contract to close in a timely and efficient manner, that speaks volumes to their seller.
Break it down for brass tacks is if you're looking to buy a house, you need to work with an agent who has those personal relationships, good personal relationships with those other highly producing realtors out there in the marketplace, because when listing agents are reviewing the contracts and multiple contracts with their sellers, they're also looking at who's the buyer's agent. Do I have a relationship with that buyer's agent? Does that buyer's agent have a reputation of making sure that they get the deal done? Because the last thing they want to do is to not have a deal get done, and then they have to go back to the market with a house, and because that's not going to look that good. So making sure that you hire that buyer's agent who has that reputation and those relationships to get the deal done is really critical in this market right now. And another part, what we've discussed also, is there are a lot of transactions that are occurring with homes that never even hit the marketplace. And so what that means is that in this tightly knit community of these high producing realtors like you, is that all these other agents, they know about the buyers that you have in the market. They know that you're looking for specific homes. And how often, I mean, this happens all the time, is that we'll get calls from agents saying, hey, I know you have a buyer looking for whatever house, at $1.5 million out in Lakeway. I have a house coming on the market. You guys want to come take a look? That is how deals are getting done in today's market. Now, let's shift gears here, Jonathan, because we just talked about buyers, but that's only half of the market, right? Sure. Let's talk about sellers. If you're advising a seller right now going on the marketplace, what are you telling them?
First and foremost is, what's your plan? Where are you going to go once we sell your house? Because I'll put the plan together and we'll execute on that plan, but they also need to have a place to go, because this could happen very rapid, at a very rapid pace. Because in a few weeks, we could be under contract and moving towards closing. The second thing, though, is we do put our plan together of how are we going to market the property? What is the timing? Open houses, all that sort of stuff. And so a lot of what we're doing right now is we're putting the property out there, starting to market it on a Thursday. We have showings on Friday, an open house on Saturday with showings. And then you kind of determine, once Sunday comes around, are you doing more showings, or are you basically saying to the marketplace, give us your best and final offers by 7 o'clock Sunday night? The key is to educate the sellers of what's going to happen, how quickly it can transpire, and once again, as I said, where are you going to go after this property sells?
Yeah, so having a plan in place, knowing where you're going to go, and understanding this can move very, very quickly. And then one thing I also heard you hinting at is really understanding what criteria in a contract are important to the seller, so that you can categorize all of these offers. I mean, I've heard stories from some of our realtor friends in Austin who are getting 50, 60, 70 offers on homes. Now that is not norm. That is not the norm. That is way,
it's almost not even
outliers.
manageable.
It's not manageable. But on our listings, we are getting multiple offers. And so we're presenting those to our clients in a way that they can understand it with the criteria that are important to them. So crazy times in the Austin real estate market. You've taken a look at the statistics. You've taken a look at what Jonathan says. If you're looking to buy a house, this is what you have to do. You've taken a look at what you need to do and how to be prepared when you're ready to sell your house. And so here's what we're here to offer you now, is that if you are interested or even curious about learning more about your buying options or your selling options in the Austin area, what you need to do is contact us at the contact information here in this video, and we're happy to have a free consultation and talk about more specific statistics about you, your situation, your home, and your buying opportunity. And we'll also talk about how we are positioned in the market to help you best. Thank you so much, Jonathan, for coming on here and sharing all of your knowledge with everybody here. Thank you, everybody, for watching this. Jonathan, any final words about the current market and everybody here watching this video?
I think the one thing I'd like to close with is, whether you're a buyer or a seller, be flexible. And the key is, Be flexible in looking at houses. Be flexible in the amount of people coming through your house. Because as I said in the beginning, it's a very robust marketplace. And so creating flexibility out of the gate and knowing that it might be uncomfortable for a short period of time, just know that's what you're walking into. But it's very exciting right now.
Maybe plan a trip around when you go on the market. Maybe get a staycation, like go to a resort here in Austin and stay there while Jonathan and I do the hard work behind the scenes for that first weekend, because that is when you're going to see the most amount of activity on your home.
It's very exciting times right now here in Austin.
That it is. All right, everybody, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you liked it. Let us know how we can help you.